What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today we are going to be cleaning the undersides of the mowers and sharpening the blades. This last few weeks of mowing have not been ideal conditions at all, but we've had to get the mowing done, otherwise we'd have a foot tall grass and that'd be even harder to mow through. So the mowers are all gunked up, they got lots of grass on them. Blades are probably needing a good sharpen, so that's what we're going to do today. But first, we're gonna blow out this garage. The humidity and everything is just making this floor sweat. You can hear it. It's not wet from rain, it's just sweating. So we're gonna blow out the garage and the mowers. We're going to flip these around so that way we can inspect the bottom side. You can see we got some buildup. This one we're not gonna. I don't want grass or gas all over. Yeah, that one's built up pretty bad too. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a putty knife. We're just gonna make sure your battery's out when you do this. Mine's on the charger right now. Now that we've got this one cleaned up, we're just going to grab an old garage broom and a dustpan and clean up all this grass that we got from under here. Go dispose of this. The rest of this will just blow off into the yard. It'll be just fine. Now that we got the underside of the deck clean, we're going to take this blade off so that way we can get it sharpened. So I like to use a board here so that way I don't have to use my hand. And we're just going to take this off, see if we're going to go the right way. How about let's try the other way. It is hot out today, guys. It's going to be like a high of 93. We went from winter to summer really fast. Looks like next week, though, it's supposed to cool back down, hopefully. Not quite as hot. So we'll take this and take the putty knife and clean this up, clean this stuff up off here. Blade's not terribly bad, but it could use a sharpening, so we'll go clean these up. So in our lawn book, we're going to write today's date, and then we're going to write what we did. So we're going to sharpen blades on both mowers. So we wrote the date and what we're going to do. So that way, next time we come back to sharpen the blades or whatever, we know exactly when we did this. So how we're going to sharpen this today is, I just have a grinder here, nothing fancy. And then I like to use flap disc, so they're a sanding wheel instead of a grinding wheel. So that way you have more control and you don't take as much product off. You can buy them in this whole sleeve of different grits. Yeah, here's a 120 grit, here's a 40, here's a 60. So it's just the different grits of sandpaper on the back side of it. So you can, I think there's even more in there. There's like 4 different kinds possibly. But that's what we're going to use today. Okay, so we got this blade cleaned up. So the biggest reason we want to scrape all the debris off these blades is because at the end of this, once you're done and you go to balance it, if you say you clean off this side but you don't clean off this side's going to be heavier, and so then it's going to throw your blade off balance. So if you just clean off both sides evenly, then when you go to balance it, it will be closer to balanced, hopefully. And you don't have to clean them perfect, but just scrape all the debris off there to make sure everything's off. Once you're done sharpening your blade, if you want to see if it's level, stick it on a screw that's on your wall, and you can see if it balances level, then it is sharpened pretty close to balance. So just as we took it off, we're going to put it back on. So you want to make sure that these collars are all lined up. And you'll know if it's not in the collar because it won't sit right. It will literally sit in the collar. You don't want it too tight, but you want it on there so it don't fall off. That'd be a bad day. And this mower is complete. So now we'll get to working on that one. Okay, so we got this gas mower up on some metal sawhorses just because it's a little bit stabler. We don't want it falling off there. And so one of the first areas that we're going to clean is this upper part of the deck where this chute is. It gets packed full of crap, and you can just see I had to mow the neighbor's yard when it was wet, and it not ideal, but you got to do it. So see that big old chunk. So that's the first area, and then this back area here, we're gonna clean out this. This is where the bag goes. I had to bag my yard and her yard, so we're just gonna clean all this out. Don't have to be perfect back here because this is going to get all dirty again because there's no plug and there's no flap deal like the Toro. So grass will collect back here on this one. That's just part of it though. We'll take an air compressor or something, a leaf blower at the end once we're done. Clean all this loose stuff out of here. So now for the fun part, we're going to go underneath and clean out all this. So this will be real fun. Yeah, so we'll leave you guys on the ground. Okay, the sawhorses would have worked, but I'm being lazy. So I jammed the handle under the workbench so that way it'd hold it up. This mower's got a lot of stuff in it, so I wasn't going to sit underneath there for a long time. Okay, it don't look the best, but we're going to get rid of all this debris and then we'll take the blade off and sharpen it. Okay, so same process as the other one. So we get our wrench in here. Take this bolt out. So we're going to remember that this collar that goes this way goes on that blade like that. But you can just see all the debris and crap on there. This blade really is not in bad shape at all. It just went through some wet, nasty grass. So we'll get this cleaned up. Okay guys, so see this shape, that little thing, there's a little collar right there, so that's going to sit on that collar. So we're going to put that on the collar, put this dealio up here. We'll get our wrench. And there we have it. So, thank you guys for watching. We got the mowers all cleaned up, all done. So next step is we're going to go take them back out in the grass and get them all dirty again. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.